In today's session, we'll explore how to assess and compare different ideas to find the one with the highest chance of success. Evaluating concepts is a structured process that goes far beyond gut feeling or personal preference. It means examining each idea from technical, financial, and marketing perspectives, and doing so with fairness and consistency. We don't simply like one design more than another. We measure them against clear, agreed upon criteria. Imagine you were launching a new mobile app. You'd weigh each option by considering not just its look and feel, but also whether it's affordable to develop, whether it meets the needs of your target audience, and how it stacks up against competitors. This systematic approach ensures that the concept you take forward isn't just appealing, but practical and viable. Concept evaluation blends both qualitative insight and quantitative data. At its core, the process starts with a ranked set of criteria. These might relate to cost, ease of production, customer appeal, or even environmental sustainability. Each concept is then compared against a reference point, often a control or standard design, to see where it stands. To make this comparison fair, we select a method that balances accuracy and efficiency. For example, suppose you were choosing between several advertising campaign ideas. In that case, you might compare them all against a current campaign as your baseline, and then score them on budget, reach, and creative impact. By combining measurable data with informed judgment, you can make decisions that are both rational and well-supported. A product concept evaluation is essentially a test run for an idea before serious investment begins. It allows you to put a concept au grain, whether in the form of a written description, a hand-drawn sketch, or a working prototype, in front of people who can provide meaningful feedback. These evaluations often take place in a controlled setting to remove distractions and focus entirely on the product's potential. Think of the car industry, where manufacturers create concept vehicles. These are shown at auto shows not simply for publicity, but to observe reactions, collect opinions, and identify which designs spark the most interest before committing to expensive production runs. The first main purpose of concept evaluation is screening. This happens when there are many potential ideas on the table, and you need to identify which ones are worth exploring further. The process is systematic. Each concept is examined against pre-set criteria, and only those that meet the essential requirements move ahead. For instance, a company might start with 50 product suggestions. After careful screening, only 5 might remain. The ones that not only fit the company's brand identity, but also meet cost, timing, and resource constraints. Once a concept has passed initial screening, the next step is refinement. This is where we take the most promising ideas and examine how they could be improved. It's rarely about changing everything. Instead, it's about focusing on specific features or elements that could make the concept stronger. Imagine you're developing 2 versions of a smartwatch. One has excellent battery life, but a less appealing display. The other has a vibrant display, but needs daily charging. Refinement might involve merging the best features of both to create an ideal product. When you've narrowed the field to just 2 or 3 strong contenders, evaluation shifts towards confirming the final choice. This stage involves checking the concept against user expectations and needs to ensure it's the best fit. User feedback plays a major role here, providing real-world confirmation of the decision. Picture a fashion label deciding on the final piece for a seasonal collection. 2 designs might be equally strong from the designer's perspective, but customer trials could reveal which one truly resonates with the market. The way you present a concept for evaluation can vary greatly, and each format has its own advantages. A textual concept might describe the product in detail, explaining its features and how it would be used. A pictographic concept brings that vision to life through sketches or computer-generated images. Animations add movement, showing the product in action, while mock-ups offer a tangible, 3-dimensional form for closer inspection. If we return to the example of designing a coffee machine, the process might begin with a written outline of its unique functions. This could evolve into a series of sketches, then a digital animation demonstrating its brewing process, and finally a physical model to evaluate size, style, and ergonomics. The people we invite to evaluate a concept can greatly influence the results, so selection should be deliberate. We consider demographic and cultural factors, aiming for respondents who reflect the target audience. Their familiarity with similar products also matters. Experienced users may spot technical details, while newcomers might notice usability issues. Psychological traits, such as openness to innovation or creativity, can shape how feedback is given. To gauge this, we might ask a few questions about their habits, past product use, or willingness to try new things. Choosing the right respondents ensures feedback is relevant, balanced, and genuinely helpful in improving the concept. There are different ways to collect feedback, each with its own strengths. 1. On-one interviews allow for deep, focused discussions where you can probe for detailed insights. Focus groups create a space for discussion and idea exchange among several participants at once, which can reveal patterns in thinking. Rating scales and classification tasks turn opinions into measurable data, while controlled lab testing lets you observe behavior closely in a distraction-free setting. An example might be evaluating a new kitchen gadget. You could interview a chef to understand professional requirements, run a focus group with home cooks to see how they respond, and then test the gadget in a mock kitchen while recording their interactions. Concept evaluations can take place at various points in the design process. Early on, they help reduce a large pool of ideas to just a few strong candidates. Later, they allow you to fine-tune details before committing to production. For example, in designing a bicycle helmet, early evaluation might help you decide between different shapes and materials, while later evaluation might focus on comfort, ventilation, and fit before the product hits the market. When beginning a product concept evaluation, we always start with a clear foundation. This means identifying at least 2 concepts to compare and having a strong reason for doing so, perhaps to decide which has more market potential or which best meets a technical requirement. That initial why guides the rest of the process. The expected outcome is equally important to define from the start. Sometimes it's about choosing one concept over another. Other times, it's about identifying which elements should be improved before moving forward. Knowing the goal in advance keeps the evaluation focused and makes the final decision easier to justify. Once the purpose and goal are clear, the process unfolds step by step. We first describe the objective in detail, then decide which type of evaluation is most suitable: screening, refinement, or decision-making. The concepts are gathered or developed so they can be assessed side by side. Next comes building a strategy. This includes defining what aspects will be tested, deciding on the best way to capture responses, and identifying the right people to provide feedback. We then set up the environment, often in a controlled space, with any recording equipment ready, and run the evaluation. The final stage is analyzing the results, whether in a written report or a visual summary, and presenting them clearly so the findings can guide the next steps. This approach ensures the process is structured, transparent, and leads to decisions supported by solid evidence. The pass-fail evaluation is a quick way to narrow down a large number of ideas, often used early in the process when there are simply too many to assess in detail. It works by setting basic feasibility criteria, such as budget limits, project timelines, or whether the idea fits with the organization's values and direction. Any concept that meets these requirements passes to the next stage. Those that don't are set aside. However, it's important not to treat this as a rigid elimination process. Some ideas may initially fail because they're too costly or complex, but with a few adjustments they could still be worth pursuing. For instance, a marketing concept that exceeds the budget might become viable if scaled back creatively. If you only have a few ideas to begin with, it's better to skip this step and move straight to a more detailed method like the evaluation matrix. The evaluation matrix is a more detailed method for comparing concepts. It involves scoring each idea against specific predefined criteria, usually on a scale from 0 to 5. These criteria might include technical feasibility, market fit, cost, effectiveness, and how well the concept meets user needs. What makes the matrix valuable is that it captures both numbers and context. Alongside the scores, evaluators record comments and suggestions for improvement. This means even a concept with a low initial score isn't automatically discarded. If the feedback points to a fixable weakness, it may still have strong potential. By producing both individual criterion scores and an overall score, the matrix makes side comparison straightforward, helping you see clearly which ideas stand out and which need further refinement before moving ahead. SWOT analysis takes a broader look at a concept by examining both its internal strengths and weaknesses and the external opportunities and threats it might face. Each of these elements is scored, with positives adding to the total and negatives subtracting from it, producing a net SWOT score. This approach goes beyond basic scoring methods because it considers the full environment in which the idea will exist. For example, a new health app might have strong features and a growing market as positives, but face challenges like intense competition or low brand awareness as negatives. SWOT is especially valuable after an initial screening or evaluation matrix because it provides richer context, helping you refine a concept and understand exactly where its greatest potential and biggest risks lie before making the final decision. 5. You've just worked through an important part of the creative development process, learning how to evaluate ideas in a way that's fair, structured, and grounded in real evidence. This skill isn't just about choosing between options. It's about building the confidence to back your decisions with clear reasoning and proof. As you move forward, remember that every concept you assess is an opportunity to refine your thinking and improve your judgment. Even ideas that don't make it through the process can spark insights for future projects. So, approach evaluations with curiosity, keep an open mind, and trust the process you've learned today. You now have the tools to take any concept, whether it's your own or part of a team's work, and guide it toward becoming its strongest, most successful version.